Hi, gang gang. What's up, you guys? Dan and Jerry with you here. You can call me Dan Brooks. As the channel goes by, I have no beef with Heart because it's still my name. Okay. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a beautiful week since I last shot, and I hope you've caught up with the previous episode because you need to watch that fast so that this one can make a little sense. Okay. So we're talking about situationships today, but pause. If you're new, karibu sana to my channel. Karibu, 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 karibu. Take a minute to subscribe. In fact, pause, subscribe, hit the notification bell so for when I upload a video, you will be able to see what I have to offer. So please subscribe to my channel. I pray that it builds you in one way or the other. Like, share, and leave me a comment. Don't be shy. Please comment, 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 comment. I would really appreciate it if you did. And then, if you are an oldie, my team gang gang, obviously, if you have subscribed, you're now team gang gang. I hope you post and subscribe, right? Yeah, you're now team gang gang. So, karibuni sana to my channel. Then Jerry here. On here, we learn about life, relationship, fashion, lifestyle, and anything around life. Okay, we do not filter anything here. That's where the channel is headed, and I do not want to filter anything. I want to share information firsthand as I come. Okay, and today we want to talk about situationships. I want to talk about situationships and give you a story of when I was once in a situationship and it didn't work out, and things just went left, right, and God knows what. And the things and the lessons I learned from this situationship. Is that okay? Okay, so once upon a time, I was in a situationship. So it was back in 2018. Was it in 2018 when I finished campus and moved back home? Yeah. Yeah, that was in 2018. So I had just gotten off a relationship. My campus sweetheart dumped me for reasons that okay, this is what happened. Let me tell you the truth. So I was in a relationship with my high school with my campus sweetheart for it ilikuwa from first year 1.2 up to when I finished school. Okay, and now huh, I got into another relationship. Did I? No, I sank into a very dark place in my life. It was so sad. It was so heartbreaking because I had invested my time, my energy, my money, kila kitu in this relationship. And I knew for a fact that this was the man that was gonna marry me. I mean, we have been together for all these years. What could really separate us, yo? The lies we tell ourselves. Young girls, come here. This video is for you. This video is for you, and I say this as your big sister, and I say this with so much love because you guys need to pay attention. Anywho, so me, I broke up with my ex, and it became so difficult to maneuver even in relationships or to just, it was so hard. That's all I'm saying. You know how difficult it is to go through a breakup. Anywho, that part died like that. So I have finished campus, I've done my project, I'm trying to get to jobs here and there. But the 2018 was such a dark year in my life. Um, I'm trying to get to Jobo here and there. At the time, I had a camera, so I could go for gigs. People could call me for gigs, nini nini, and that's how I used to pay my bills. At the time, by the way, I used to live in Rongai. By the way, I lived in Rongai for I think a year. Hata sidhani mwaka iliisha. It was hey. Anyway, so we broke up with my ex from campus, right? So I have finished school. I have moved out of the hostel. I'm trying to stay in my own house, and then you know how you are when you have been staying with your parents and you want to move out soon as you're done with campus, you have a job, you feel like, hey, I'm a grown up now, I can take care of myself. Mom, pause. Thank you so much for the time that you took care of me, but right now it's my turn to take care of myself, right? Yeah, so after moving out in campus, I decided to rent my own place. and I didn't even stay there. I don't think at a 6 months nilishindwa kulipa rent and I had to move. So when I moved back home, I now started looking for a place of worship because I used to go to Sitam Karen at the time. So I tried to look for a Sitam around me. The closest at the time we're living in Juja. So it was either Sitam Thika Road or Sitam Thika. So I happened to be at work with someone who also goes to church, and they had been to Sitam Thika Road, and then they were like, "Yeah, I know where Sitam Thika Road is," because it felt like Sitam Thika Road was a bit closer than Thika was. Well, Naka Juja after Juja and Thika, I think, but it felt like Thika was a bit too far for me, so I went for Sitam Thika Road. I went to Sitam Thika town. I didn't like it because Akoko and many young people, and when you're growing in faith, the best thing you have to do is to, you know what I'm saying, is to become like you want to grow among young people, and that's the whole point of going to church, because you'll be able to create a community of your own, and you make friends. And anyway, all I'm saying is I never regretted settling at Sitam Thika Road. So after I settled on a church, I decided to go to church. So tukaanza kwenda kanisa. It was such a beautiful time. Yani, the youth there are so fun. Like they will make you love salvation. You know what I'm saying? And it was so fun, and I had a time of my life, and then I met a boy.
That was where all my problems started.
So me, I'm in church, and then I meet this guy nikitoka church. So when I met this guy, he was a really nice guy. He was a chilled guy. He was alikuwa tu fine. He was a fine guy. He was fine looking guy. He had ticked all my boxes at the time. Nilikuwa nimeheal after now the breakup, because I think now this is like in 2019 now. 2019. I think in towards the end of 2018 and then early 2019. So me, I decided to see this boy because he reads, he's smart, he is he's financially stable. At the time, I think alikuwa anafanya masters yake, if I'm not wrong, and he was the one paying his fee, and it was such a beautiful story. Okay, it was such a beautiful time. And at the time, I was saucy. 2018, nilikuwa how old? I think I was 24. So nilikuwa 22. I was 22. Right now, I'm 28. Can you imagine? 6 years later. Anyway, so I get in a relationship with this guy. Actually, it wasn't even a relationship. This guy, I started texting with him. We are now meeting in his place. And now I've given up the cookie, and now I'm starting to feel like this guy is taking long to, yeah. This guy is taking long to make me their girlfriend. One thing about me, I never used to believe in the 90-day rule. Let me be honest. I was hot blooded. I was hot blooded. How do you expect me to wait for 90 days when this man is ticking all the boxes and he looks all this fine? He's so nice. Nini, 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 nini. So he could go to, like, every morning he could text me, we could chat the whole, like, hatukuwa tunakosa story, you should know. Kila siku we had something to talk about. And then you're 22, so you can talk about anything and everything. Not to say that now I can't, but you get what I'm saying. So like chatting, and then you're not busy. Hata sikuwa kazi your time. So I decided to so we decided to start seeing each other. We were dating, not in a relationship though. Okay. So tumekuwa tukitext on a daily. This guy has been calling me the sweet names, babe, my love, sweetheart, honey, And by the way, some of my friends call me Brooks, by the way. Sikuwa naitwa Diana sana at the time. Nilikuwa naitwa Brooks. Yeah, so he could call me Brooks, Nini. Like, he was such a sweet guy, and he was so nice. And akitoka class, alikuwa ananiambia nimetoka class, nimeenda. Like, our communication was perfect. he did everything I wanted him to do. He took me out for pizza. 22 year olds, 22 year olds kujeni hapa. Mistakes of my youth, dear Lord. Yeah, so we agreed that we are going to be seeing each other. Let's see where this goes. Nini, nini, nini. You know, at the time, you're not thinking much. And then you just got off a breakup. You're talking about your ex a lot. So this guy doesn't feel comfortable making you his girlfriend or things like that. So we used to go out on dates. We went for pizza. We went for. Did we ever hata sikumbuki hizo dates zingine zilikuwa wapi. I could come over to his place during the day because he used to work at night. I could come over during the day to spend time na yeye because at the time I didn't have sikuwa kazi, nilikuwa nakaa home and my mom was supporting me at the time. So my mom could send me allowance. By the way, mom, if you're watching this, thank you so much. Your world's greatest so she mom. Could send me cash at the time. I could have some tu money, ninaenda na meet nini 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 nini. So one time I started catching feelings. By then mimi ni avoidant. And it's very easy for me to detach myself from a situation. You should know. And that's why the other day I said I move on really quickly. And it's a good thing, but it's also not a good thing. So you think I'm an avoidant. At the time, I didn't even know that. I was 22 for crying out loud. I was just making mistakes left, right, and center. So the guy akakuwa friends na mimi, tukaendelea kufanya all the things we were doing that a boyfriend and a girlfriend should do. And now it came a point where I needed closure. I needed to know why in the world are we in a relationship, but I feel like we are not in a relationship. So tell me why in the morning you call me babe. Tell me why you, not even in the morning, all the time you're calling me babe, all the time you're calling me these sweet things. You even said you love me. In fact, I think he's the one who said he loves me first. Ilikuwa yeye ama ilikuwa mimi? Me, I love you. I never told anyone I didn't mean. Yeah, so he said he loves me, nini, 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 nini. But this guy, he could not commit. So one time we were chilling on in bed, and then he goes like, that's how you're thinking. Imagine by the time you're 28, right now, imagine by the time you're 28, what you will be thinking. I was like, what do you mean? Does that intimidate you? Do you think I'm too grown for you? Do you think I'm too mature for? I don't understand. You should know this guy was, I think, 28 at the time. But then I've never dated a younger guy. I'm someone who is my age. They have to be a bit older than me. So this guy says that, and I start thinking to myself, oh my God, do I intimidate this guy? Does this guy feel like I am a lot? Does this guy, will he even commit to me? Hey, so that's where the question started trickling. I couldn't sleep. Nilikuwa too anxious when I went back home. That is, I was so anxious. Yani, it was such a bad feeling. So remember, I had already gotten hooked in the relationship, and this guy had not pronounced me his girlfriend. He had not said that I was his girlfriend. So as I was chilling at home watching my stuff, at the time tulikuwa tunatumia DSTV. DSTV was a thing then. So I was just watching my shows, kina Real Housewives, the Real Housewives of sijui where, this Miami show. I can't remember, but yeah, I was just watching my own stuff, and then I had a conversation on TV, and then now I started texting the guy. I was like, so and so, why this person X? So how come we do all this boyfriend and girlfriend stuff and we've never like really made it exclusive? So what are we now? If at any point you are in a relationship with someone and now you start asking what you guys are, run for your life. Especially as the woman, run for your life. Aki, please, if you don't take away anything from this video, remember you should run for your life. When you're in a relationship with someone, or when you're trying to do something with someone, and this someone has not really said that you are their boyfriend or they are your girlfriend. Please, 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 let me even come closer. So I asked him, what are we? So when I asked that question, he was like, we are friends. Uh, we are friends, and I really like what we're having. Let's see where this goes. And then I was like, what do you mean? Let's see where this goes. I mean, we've been vibing. Me, by the way, I was that person. I will tell you, I will confront you and tell you everything. How have we been having sex? We've been talking about everything else, but you're not, but, but you cannot commit. He told me that he wasn't ready to commit. Yeah. Tell me why you've been taking out on dates. Tell me why you have been in my DMs calling me baby every morning and evening and night and during the day. Tell me why you you've been doing all the boyfriend stuff except for committing and saying, actually, let's now date. Now you're my girlfriend. Now I'm your boyfriend. Tell me why. Man, didn't that break my heart? A man told me he cannot commit after using me. Is that what they say? Is that what using is about? Is that what using looks like? I don't know. I don't like to say I was used because Nikona common sense spare me. I wasn't used. Let me not easy bites. Is that what they call using? Imagine. For whoopings just 6 months. I have been there playing girlfriend, doing everything a girlfriend can do. I used to guy, Diana, Diana, Diana. Yeah, so this guy told me he wasn't ready. Nakumbuka alinitext nikiwa kwa nyumba. I was getting ready to go to tao. At the time sijui nilikuwa na run errands za mathe ama nilikuwa nimeenda nil appointment ama nilikuwa naenda kutengeneza nywele. I cannot remember, but I had an errand in tao. Nakwambia nililia kwa hiyo matatu. Kai, has your heart ever been ilishikwa hivi ikaekelewa kwa floor ikakanyagwa like this? What? Aki, this guy broke my heart. Aki, see, I cried in that math3. Alafu nilikuwa nimeka hizi viti za mbele, si uko kwa nini kwa driver, hizi viti za mbele ndo kuna kwanga hiyo. Sijui nilipanda, ilikuwa zuri? Hapana, ilikuwa super metro. Hizi viti zenye unakaa hapa karibu na kiti ya makanga, so you know where it is. Yeah, a girl cried. Aki, nililia. I remember that guy who was seated next to me was like, "Ai, madam, nini uko sawa? Nani amekuumiza?" Aki, I cried. Nilikuwa tu nakaa hivi nalia. Aki, I cried. Aki, I cried. But this guy did not know what I was going through. So he still kept texting me. He still kept asking me to. When he told me he wasn't ready, nika ran away. Nilimghost, nikanyamaza, akinitext na respond yes, but I never made plans to go to his place or anything like that. I learned my lesson. Nigga, you're not ready. I've given you everything. Hata una double, shameless. And actually, that's what a situationship looks like. That's exactly what a situationship looks like. So, I know you're wondering, what are the lessons that I learned from there? Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not be in a situationship. Oh, sijakwambia, you should know like a month or two later, This man got somebody pregnant. Hey, man will embarrass you. They will leave you in the desert without water. Just like Nani Kanyembao said, they will leave you in the desert without water. Tell me why this man, he said he wasn't ready to commit and yet got somebody pregnant months later. Atas abedea to kukaa. You should know this man already had a baby elsewhere. So you need baby number two. All I'm saying is I thank God I wasn't the baby mama because I would have been through hell and back. Yeah, this man got somebody else pregnant. They cohabited for some time. Turned out that the babe was toxic, like he called it. Maybe he was the one. Who knows? Wakachana, now he's a baby daddy to two baby mamas and to two babies from two different babies. Yani, it's messed up. It's messed up. Anyway, lesson that I learned from that situation: do not do a situationship, especially if a man has not told you, has not taken you out and asked you, Dana, how, okay, let's go out. Dana, would you be my girlfriend? If they haven't asked you that, please do not play any girlfriend role. Staki kujua kama una like huyu mtu uko head over heels. Please do not play girlfriend to a man who has not asked you to be their girlfriend. Don't do it. Don't do it. That was my lesson number one. Lesson number two: this situationship will make you feel insecure for days. I wanted to say AF. I can still say that, right? Like, this man will make you insecure because everything you're doing is not enough for you to be their girlfriend because they are not ready. Child, child, you will be so insecure, and then you will not know this until this man, you find him chatting with another babe. Malimwengu. When you see this man chatting with another babe, is when you will realize that you really like this person. Yeah? Utampata hapa anaongea tu kama jirani, unasikia ukiuarua hapo uko like, you can't even ask anything because it's gonna be like, you're not even my girl. But you're not my girl. You know what I'm saying? That was lesson number two. You are going to be so insecure in that relationship such that, okay, wait, kuna relationships, by the way, they graduate and become off as a situationship and it ended up a relationship, but it did not work out. You understand? Because this man will make you insecure. Because when you're in a situationship, especially as a babe, what you do is that you keep pushing for a relationship. You're doing these things, hoping that this man can see and actually make you his girlfriend. Please don't do that. Aki, do not put yourself in that situation. Also, the other lesson I learned, number three, is that I didn't know my worth, honestly. Because tell me why my mom was working so hard to take care of me, and I was wasting my time with a man who had no time for me, who wasn't ready to commit. Tell me why. Tell me why. Child, you're not, where is C50? You're not like, you're not 50%, you are 100%. You hear me? You are 100%. Okay? Wewe ni 100%. You're not 50. So tell me why you're trying to be in a, tell me why you're even in a situation, Shibaki. Aki, don't make the same mistakes I made. I was a young stupid girl. Aki, I did not know any better. But now, as a 28-year-old, I know better. Even in my 28 years, siwezi jaribu kuingia kwa situationship. Ati, siwezi. And you know this because you start doing things and then you start catching feelings, and then in the end, you end up crying in number three, like I did. Like I did. Please do not do that. And then the other thing about situationships, please, I'm begging of you, usiingie into one because it will leave you damaged. You're trying to heal from a breakup, or you think you can get into a situationship and then you'll be able to get over your ex so that you can move on to the right person. Oh, baby, you end up catching feelings, especially because your hormones are they're what? They're involved. Your hormones are involved, especially when you have sex. Your hormones are involved. And you're not going to run away from those feelings. Your heart is wired to love and to feel. Okay? So at the end of the day, you will not protect yourself. You will not prevent yourself from the feelings that are going to start trickling in. So please, do not be in a situationship. And a situationship, I feel like I failed to mention this. A situationship is a relationship whereby both of you are doing boyfriend and girlfriend things without commitment. Like this one is not saying, they're not saying they're your boyfriend and they're not saying that they're your girlfriend. Please, 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 please. Do not put yourself in that position. I beg of you. You're worthy of so much. You're worthy of a lot more. Ebucheki, you channeled your feminine energy. You're working hard to be a high value woman. You're here reading and bettering yourself, and you want to settle for a situationship, baby. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Okay? Yeah, just know that a situationship is not for you, baby girl. Especially if you call yourself a baby girl. Baby girls know their worth. They know what they bring to the table. If at all there's a table that people are bringing anything. You know what I'm saying? Do not subject yourself or your heart to to that kind of torture. Because me, I have suffered. Hey, I have suffered. By the way, when I give you relationship advice, please listen. Please listen. Because Babu Mimi, the stuff I've been through. Don't worry. I will just keep on sharing kamoja, 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 kamoja until you can actually understand where I've come from. I've come a long way. And for me to be in a healthy, happy relationship, it's because I worked on myself. So, babe, my dear sister, my dear cousin, my dear friend, sister friend, actually do not put yourself in a situationship. And they do not end well. Please just know they they will not work out. That's how you end up being someone's baby mama. That's how you end up being a miserable human being in the end of Yani, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, so that has been my story and how my situationship was like. This man was very nice, but he was a shit show because I don't understand why. Like, sins of my youth, mistakes of my youth, dear younger self, dear younger self, dear my younger sister, do not make the same mistakes I made. Okay, do not. You're worthy of a lot more. Even if you think you are young, you will catch feelings. Your heart doesn't know the difference between old and new. Hi, Jui, your heart is your heart. It's still the same. Hata ukiwa 70. So please, don't be the one to be in a situationship, please. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Please love yourself enough to run away from from that kind of situation. I love you and I gotta leave you. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how was your situationship like. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've been your host, Diane Brooks. Bye.